Number 1 says write a division number story with an answer of 3/5. So an example would be 5 people shared 3 apples equally. How much apple did each person get? So again, it means you're taking 3 and you're dividing it among 5 of something. So think of an answer that would work for that. Number 2 says estimate and then actually solve the answer. So if I were estimating, I would round 414 to 400, and I would round 77 up to 80. Would ignore those zeros for a minute. 8 times 4 is 32, and then add the 3 zeros back. So I know my answer should be around 32,000. So first, I'm actually going to solve. I'm going to start with the ones. 7 times 4 is 28. I already have my 8. Carry the 2. 7 times 1 is 7, plus 2 is 9. Last, 7 times 4 is 28. I already have my 8 there. Next, we move on to the tens place. 7 times 4, again, is 28. So I have to put my 0 first, then my 8, carry the 2. 7 times 1 is 7, plus 2 is 9. 7 times 4 is 28, which is already written for us. Then you have to add the 2 together. 8 plus 0 is 8. 9 plus 8 is 17. 7, carry the 1. 9 plus 8 is 17, plus 1 is 18. Carry the 1. 8 plus 2 is 10, plus 1 is 11. 2 plus 1 is 3. So your answer is 31,878. Number 3 says rewrite each number in standard or exponential notation. So 10 to the third is obviously an exponential, so we need to rewrite it into standard. So since it's 10 to the third, we have our 1 with 3 zeros, which is 1,000. 10,000 is in standard form, so we need to rewrite it in exponential notation. Our base is going to be 10, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros, so it's 10 to the fourth. 10 to the fifth is an exponential notation, so we need to write it in standard form. So it's a 1 with 5 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 100,000. 1,000,000 is in standard form, so we're going to write it in exponential notation. Our base is 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 10 to the 6th. And the last one is 10 to the 8th. We need to write it in standard form, so it's a 1 with 8 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it is 100 million. Number 4 says solve. The first one says how many 8s are in 72, which is the same thing as 72 divided by 8, which we know is 9. How many 800s are in 72,000? So it would be 72,000 divided by 800. So 1 0 cancels each other out. Second zeros cancel each other out. We're going to ignore that 1 0 for a minute. 72 divided by 8 we know is 9. And then add that 0 back is 90. How many 5s are in 45,000? So again, it's the same thing as saying 450,000 divided by 5. So we're going to ignore the 4 zeros for a second. 45 divided by 5 is 9, and then add those 4 zeros back. 90,000. So 3,000s and 270,000 is the same thing as saying 270,000 divided by 3,000. So we're going to cancel our zeros out. 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to ignore that 0 for a minute. So 27 divided by 3 is 9. Add the 1 0 back is 90. How many 90s are in 63,000? Again, that's saying 63,000 divided by 90. So we're going to cancel our zeros out, 1 and 1, and then ignore the 2 we have left. 63 divided by 9 is 7, and then add those two zeros back, 700. Number 5 says find the volume of a shipping container that is 20 feet long, 8 feet wide, and 8 feet tall. Use the formula volume equals length times width times height. So the length is 20, the width is 8, and the height is 8. So 8 times 8 is 64. 64 times 20. 0. 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 6 is 12. So your answer is 1,280 feet cubed. Number 6 says place the fractions on the number line. So you have 0, you have 1, and you have 2. So all of these are thirds, which means we need to break our number line into thirds. So between 0 and 1, there are thirds. 1, 2, 3 parts. Between 1 and 2, again, we need to break it into thirds. 1, 2, 3 parts. So first we have 1/3. There's 1. So that would belong right there. Next we have 2/3. That would be 2/3. Here would be 3/3, which is not one of our answers. Right here would be 4/3. Keep on going, would be 5/3.